look, Chutney. Those people have chandelier money.
Well, you would too, DingDing, if you'd ease up on the tchotchke. Hey friends, welcome to I Love a Hoarder. I'm Chutney Y, LA's #1 cosmetic acupuncturist, creator of the 20-minute Tinseltown facelift. It lasts exactly 20 minutes. Business is good. My aging starlets seem to appreciate my grift, a gift. And speaking of decaying artifacts, Mount Olympus. No, not the ancient Greek one. I mean the 1960s housing development near Laurel Canyon, designed for gods who got lost in post-war suburban planning. I live there with DingDing, my hoarding honey from Hong Kong. Most of the original houses are gone now. Back then, every other tract house had a plaster Hermes or Athena guarding the porch. A shame. I love legendary artifacts. I hope to be one someday. My house survives mostly intact, including a plaster Apollo, hunky but headless, leaning against my mailbox. A tree branch took care of the head in a thunderstorm. On my porch sits a giant marble urn holding the ashes of my loved ones, Glenda and Gary, my mother and my schnauzer. The streets still suggest grandeur. Agamemnon Avenue, Cyclops Court, Hercules Heights. DingDing and I live on Isosceles Circle. As you ascend the hill, there's a 20-foot Mount Olympus sign. Amber, marble, dimly lit from within, perched on bleached pillars. Majestic, evocative. Home. Near the summit sits one house with 2 massive chandeliers sealed in lucite boxes, straddling the driveway and blasting LED light all over the street. DingDing looked over the passenger seat and said,
Oh, look, Chutney. They've got chandelier money.
Last week, I was in the garage hunting for fondue forks for a toga party, when suddenly... Mountains of brass. Oh my God. Oh, what on earth? So much stuff. Bells, Victorian women's shoes, brass farm animals, candlesticks. I tiptoe past teetering towers, narrowly missing a brass llama that would absolutely have killed me, and claw my way back into daylight. Out front, Apollo has a new hairdo. DingDing enjoys placing a styrofoam head on Apollo's decapitated torso and throwing a wig on it. Don't ask me why. Performance art, maybe? I remove it gently, but quickly. There's an ordinance. I know this because Tomaah, the snotty YouTube stylist up the hill, has called and had me cited. Twice. One more citation, and there's a fine. Well, the wig means DingDing is home. I walk inside holding a pointy brass object that looks like a hood ornament from a flying saucer. What's this? I ask. She hesitates, kicks off her tie-dye Crocs a little too casually, and says,
No idea, Chutney. Why?
Because I found it in the garage.
Uh-oh,
she says.
I guess you found my stuff.
Your mountain of stuff? That garage is out of control. We're having a garage sale. Next Sunday. Everything goes. I don't care if you freak out. Well, she doesn't. She doesn't freak out. She smiles.
All right, Chutney, but let's get Granny Notoporran to organize it. You know how she loves to take charge.
Fine. Let's do it. Granny is our crisis queen. Part general, part life coach, part local weather system. Sunday morning, tables overflow with brass tchotchke, everything under 50 cents. chaos reigns. But DingDing seems calm, arranging bells, jewelry, Buddha heads. Granny Notoporran is everywhere at once. Psychedelic leggings, denim miniskirt. She pulls me close and says,
Chutney, do you see the Dolly Parton wig on Apollo by the curb?
Yes,
Better bring it inside.
she says.
You don't want another citation. And you do have a garage sale permit, correct?
But it's too late. Tomaah struts up the driveway on skeletal legs. Tomaah. I suspect he started out as Thomas, and somewhere between the Jersey Turnpike and Mount Olympus, his name got waxed and contoured. He pokes the styrofoam head with his ivory cane, then turns his icy gaze on me. It's sad, he says, peering at a stain on my shirt. It's sad when one has to part with one's treasures. Not you, of course. Not specifically. Oh, we're not selling because we have to, I say. It's just that DingDing has to get rid of some... It's sad, he murmurs, placing a hand on my wrist. The stories we tell ourselves. She's 1 in a million, isn't she? DingDing. I trust you have the proper permit for this spectacle. Customers mill about. Everyone seems delighted. No one is buying. DingDing drifts through the crowd in a leopard skirt, laughing and hugging. Tomaah sidles closer, his chin resting on my shoulder. I see I'll need to take some immediate action. Oh, I say, couldn't you just be nice for once? Nice, he says. They don't come any nicer than me. I'm buying the entire garage sale. $10,000. I'll sell to DingDing. Before anyone gets upset, kindly send these grubby villagers back down the hill. I'll have my people handle the rest. That's incredibly generous, but why would you... She's 1 in a million, he says. I hate to see rarity mistreated. What's her zell? And just like that, the garage sale was over. A few days later, I opened the garage. Everything is back. Everything! But now it's sorted into clear plastic cases, neatly labeled. Bells, inkwells, figurines. Oh, it's beautiful. And half the size it was before. Interesting. DingDing was willing to let it all go. Tomaah enabled her addiction. And yet, he helped me. Nosy, but helpful. Night falls. DingDing and I stand at the window, looking at the sky. Outside, Tomaah tiptoes up to Apollo, nudges the styrofoam head into perfect alignment, and brushes out the bangs. Then he's gone. That's Cher, says DingDing. 1986, Oscar snub, legendary. DingDing, I say, you know if you stopped buying tchotchke, you'd have chandelier money, right? Oh, really? She says. Do you think so? She opens eBay. Interior lighting. Oh no, I wonder if she's planning to buy... I hope she's not going to launch another... Just a moment. Hello?
Looks like somebody's going to need a bigger garage.
What? Who is this? Thomas, is that you?
What makes you say that? Anyway, it's Tomaah, bitches. Tomaah.
This has been I Love a Hoarder. I'm Chutney Y, reminding you to like, subscribe, 5 stars, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.